Thank you, Look, I'd like to call for a debate with the Minister for Jobs into the jobs cuts announced by Cadbury last week. 145 of the 220 job losses will be in Coolock alone, an area which already has a very high rate of unemployment. The job cuts came as a huge shock last week to employees in Coolock, as I'm sure they did in Kerry and in Tallaght. And yet it is evident that the Minister knew about these cuts in advance. And I think employees deserve to know what the Minister knew, when he knew it, and what efforts he took, not just through the state agencies, but also directly himself, to try and prevent them. When last time jobs were under threat in Cadbury in 2010, the then Minister, Bat O'Keefe, met directly, not with just the head of Cadbury in Ireland, but with the head of Cadbury in Europe, and managed to persuade the company to protect jobs in Ireland. So I think employees in Coolock, Kerry and in Tallaght deserve to know if this Minister, Minister Bruton, took the same steps or not. I've just come from a meeting with the Minister. I asked him this question directly. He didn't answer it directly. He said that he had had contact with the company at a high level, but he wouldn't say with whom. I asked him if he had reached out to the European management, and he refused to say, so I think we can only assume, unless the contrary is made clear, that he did not. I think that's a shame when there's our job announcements to be made or there's a ribbon to be cut. Ministers are falling over themselves to do it, but when jobs are at risk and they need to roll up their sleeves and actually protect them, they're missing in action. And I think more needs to be done to protect existing jobs. It's good that we've had positive job announcements from other companies over the last few weeks, but we need to protect the ones that we have. I found it very disappointing as well to hear at that meeting that their government has not put in place any R&D investment with Cadbury over the last few years. I appreciate that we can't subsidise jobs to directly improve competitiveness in terms of wage costs, but we can engage with companies, and the IDA and Enterprise Ireland have the scope to do so in relation to R&D. And I just